The film starts and a teenager boy named Lucas is shown, who is enjoying in the fields. He hears the shouting of some people. Then he directly runs to his house. He notices that some strangers have intruded in his house. They have captivated his patents, and Lucas is observing it, hiding himself. Then those people kill Lucas's parents at the spot. He notices 4 people there. Their names were Bear, Wolf, Snake, and Scorpion, who had taken the lives of his parents. Now Lucas was burdened with grief here, because his parents have no enmity with anyone. Why did it happen with them? Now Lucas fixes it in his mind that he will avenge from 4 of them. Now he moves to his king for asking help, but he ignores him. Being disappointed, he begins to leave from that place. Meanwhile, he glimpses a girl there who is very liked by him. Then he visits a restaurant where his task was to hire a hunter, so he may succeed to avenge his late parents. At the same time, a man comes to meet Lucas there, whose name was Darius, who says to Lucas, he knows what is his purpose, so he may hire him because he cannot get better one than him. When all hunters hear it, then they begin to fight with Darius as being angry with him. Now King's soldiers approach there to resolve the dispute. Now Lucas escapes from there while rescuing himself, and he enters a shop through a window and falls asleep there. When shop owner observes him as morning arrives, then Lucas tells him his whole story. He does not say him ill, but suggests that he may ask help from a dragon rather than hiring a hunter, who lives on the mountain far from the kingdom. But he also reveals to him that Dragon had betrayed the king. The people dislike it from that time and call him conspirator. Now, Lucas decides to meet the dragon. Reaching there, he comes to know that this dragon is a female. He tells his whole story to that dragon, and he takes about vengeance. That dragon says to him on it, "If you just want to take vengeance, not justice, then I will not help you at all." Now, Lucas goes alone in search of his enemies as being disappointed from everywhere. He notices early in the morning that Darius has come for helping him. Now, Lucas tells him when they all 4 killed my parents. Then those 4 had not escaped alone, but they went in the different directions. First of all, they decide to search for Bear in north direction. Now Darius also tells Lucas that Dragon will never help you. My parents had also passed away in the childhood in the same way. I wanted to avenge of it, and I had also asked help from that dragon, but it refused. Now Darius used to despise that dragon from that time. Now Darius teaches Lucas the swordsmanship for self-defense, stopping at a spot. Lucas was taking training perfectly. It is exposed here that Darius has also an ability to understand the language of the animals. Using his ability, he asks a lying worm there, and he knows the location of Bear from it. Then they wait for the arrival of Bear, stopping at a place. Now Darius makes a plan here, but Lucas does not like his plan, so Darius becomes angry with him, and he says, "It is me who helped you, while Dragon had also forbidden to help you." Now Lucas asks him that, why do all call Dragon a traitor? He tells that once, kingdom was under the attack. It was incredible for the king to win in it. Then that dragon appears there. It had said that it will help him. When king returned back as being bruised in the war, he hoped that Dragon will surely transfer its power in him after making a connection, and it will rescue him because Dragon has a power. They can share their injury pain, making a connection, but that dragon did not act as such. Anyhow, King remained safe, so they had started to hate the dragon from that time, and they used to call it a conspirator. Darius's horse is transformed into a dragon as Lucas's story is over. Then that dragon tells him, female dragon can transform itself into any animal, but they cannot communicate with anyone in that appearance. Now Dragon says to Lucas here that Darius is misleading him. Dragon tells him that it will help him in that case if he will obey its said words. Now Lucas agrees, but Darius forbids to walk with Dragon. Then he asks Lucas to select one of them, either Darius or the dragon. Now Lucas chooses Dragon, and Darius leaves that place. Now it is seen that Bear and his people attack Lucas. Now that dragon comes before them and it tries to scare them, and they start fighting with them. Then Lucas goes to hold a sword sneakingly, but Bear catches Lucas, and he was revolving him with his belt. Suddenly the belt is broken and Bear is slipped from the mountain, and he dies. Lucas feels extremely happiness witnessing it, but Dragon was not satisfied on his dying as such, and they go after Wolf in the forest. Now Dragon explains to Lucas at night, there is nothing in vengeance. This vengeance converts a good man into a devil, and it also grabs his thinking ability. But Lucas does not understand a single word spoken by it. He wanted to punish his parents' killers at any cost, and Wolf with his people attack Lucas and Dragon as the morning time comes, and that dragon ends them one by one while blowing air from its mouth, and it saves Lucas, and Wolf catches Lucas coming from backside, and he asks the dragon to stop all. Then Dragon begins to distract Wolf, turning itself into a dog. Then it easily saves the life of Lucas. Then they both take him with them to search for Snake in spite of killing him. Then they three notice, reaching near the hut of Snake, that Darius was already present there, and they attack him. Now Dragon comes to save Darius, finding him in trouble. Snake orders his man to go into the hut as it notices coming Dragon, and it asks to destroy all the proofs, and she herself runs away. Now Lucas also goes after her, while Darius is fighting with other people. Now Dragon freezes the hut to prevent the things from destruction. Now Lucas throws Snake down from the horse, reaching to her, and Dragon freezes the hand of Wolf, observing him running. Due to this, his hand is fractured, and he falls into a river. Now fight begins between Lucas and Snake, and Lucas fights fantastically here. Then Snake attacks him as Darius and Dragon reach there. Now it seems as Lucas has wounded by the attack of Snake, but it does not happen, and his coins bag becomes the target of her attack. Now they all three are seated after defeating the Snake here. Darius tells him when he and his parents faced the accident, then he was in a worst condition like this. There was no one to rescue him but Dragon. Meantime, Dragon saves Darius's life, sharing its bond. And it left him before a school where they keenly took care of him. They educate him. When Darius grows up little, then he goes to Dragon for help in order to avenge his parents. But Dragon declines to help him. So he hates Dragon from that time. After this connection, Darius got ability to communicate with the animals, and Darius had not revealed this secret to anyone till now. Going into the hut, they find that message which Snake wanted to burn, and Lucas was nearly to kill Snake here. Then Dragon says that there is not another killer to end Darius's parents, but he was a king who wanted to reach at the spot and hurry, and he wanted to create connection with me, so he did not care any passerby on the way. Dragon has revealed it to Darius because it knew that he will be ended, going after king without any deliberation. Now it tells that there were two causes of not helping the king. I thought that he is breaking out this war intentionally, so he may become hero in the eyes of the people, and he may maintain the hold of everything. Briefly, King is an evil man. Secondly, Dragon had already shared the bond with Darius. Hearing it, Lucas lets Snake go, and he carries her to town as dawn breaks, and she is imprisoned there. Darius is seen who had known that no one is behind the manipulation of this attack by four of them. He is rather a king who spreads terror among the people through them, and he is diverting the attention of the people from his wrong deeds. In the end, he will become man of honor in the eyes of the people after capturing them. Before it, Darius reveals something to anyone, then King reaches there with his army, and he threatens Darius, "Leave his way." Soldiers beat Darius violently, and they also leave, grabbing the money bag and messages. Now they needed documents back to prove it, as their king is corrupted man. Before they took any action, they get the news that prison has set on fire. It is seen here that Oana and his father are also entrapped in this fire. Then Dragon saves both of them. But Lucas had to go after Snake and Scorpion at any cost. Then Dragon clears him. To get access to those documents is more important than it. Then Lucas flies into rage. He leaves that place calling it traitor, and he chases both of them. Now Darius perhaps had understood the words of Dragon. He sends it to take the papers, and he himself goes after Lucas. Now Dragon transforms into the different animals, and it follows the soldiers. On the other side, Scorpion's men attack Lucas and Darius. Now Darius asks Lucas to leave this place while fighting with them. Lucas moves ahead to escape, but Scorpion injures him at the same time. Now Darius starts to move to Lucas, but a man also injures him shooting an arrow. Now Dragon had reached the documents in the appearance of a cat, and Darius was fighting with all of those people here. Now they both were wounded. In spite of it, they were fighting. Then Darius shows the condition of Lucas to Dragon, using his power. Then Dragon gives importance to Lucas, keeping other pursuits aside, and she comes from there, cracking the wall, and that king tears all papers here. Lucas's condition was pathetic, and Scorpion was trying to kill Darius, drowning him into the water. As a result, Dragon also begins to lose its balance. Meanwhile, Darius stabs an arrow into the throat of Scorpion courageously, taking arrow out from his body, and he comes out of the water. Dragon also arrives there after being stable because of his doing so. Now it does not take pity on Snake because of witnessing the condition of Lucas, and it kills him. Now Darius asks to carry Lucas into the town as soon as possible. Lucas glimpses Oana before him when he restores his senses after healing. After it, Darius and Dragon bring Wolf before the natives to reveal the truth of the king. But people do not rely on the told words by Wolf, and that Dragon asks other witnesses to speak truth more, assuring them that it will guard them. Afterwards, all attendants of King begin to tell about the deeds of King. Later, King and Wolf are imprisoned. Now, Darius and Dragon begin to rule the kingdom excellently, and the movie completes on this scene.